Okay, this is the next series. I'm kind of excited about putting together my ZMR250. I purchased one from Multirotor The version that I purchased, they didn't have version 2, which has the power distribution board for making it easy to solder things and LEDs. So this is what I got so far, and these are some of the modifications I made with. I had some motors left over from another quad, I had ESCs left over, so I'm kind of using some of the products that I used on a previous quad. This is what I've done so far. Okay, Sunny Sky 2208 2600 kV motors. I mean, these are kind of big motors. In the middle, I had to drill a 5/16 hole in the center so that the motor could spin freely, because there's a little clip that retains the motor shaft. So the screws that came with the motor, what I had to do was, when you were screwing them in, I actually had to sit and screw each screw in to kind of loosen it up. Basically put it all the way to the edge as far as it can go, screwed the screws in, screwed them out, and it fit in the motor fine. There's a little pigtail for putting on the 5.8 transmitter antenna, and what I'm going to do is basically screw it in, put it in inside of here, maybe double stick tape or something to transmit it to the bottom. I'm going to use the 3S with this package because of the high kV motors. I cut these wires short and just soldered them straight to the ESCs. I cut the shrink wrap off. The motor straight is counterclockwise, and on this other arm I went ahead and you just cross one and it'll spin clockwise. Put some shrink wrap, you know, over the whole thing and shrink wrapped it to the arm itself. I also unsoldered the red and the black wire from all but one ESC. This one does have a BEC inside of it, so I'm going to use this to power my flight controller. Naze 32 by Acroflight. You can use a Spectrum satellite receiver and hook it up and, you know, download and install the latest edition of Clean Flight. And this is one of the Security Camera 2000 600 TV line wide dynamic range FPV cameras, where you have to go through and trim all four corners to get it to fit. But I was watching a video, RC Model Reviews, and what he did was he had talked about using nitro tubing to go ahead and, you know, install a camera at an angle. So that's what I did. I went ahead and I cut a 5mm long piece of I think this is large size nitro tubing, and I cut a 5mm, two 5mm and two 10mm, and then used the smallest little tie wraps I can find. And actually it's going to be installed, you know, vertically like that inside of the quad frame, and it pitches the camera up. I mean, it looks like a good bit. So actually when you're flying, when you tilt forward, you can see that the camera will be level, you know. So it seems to work pretty good. The only thing that's kind of tight is this little connector in the back right here. That's for menu selections, the little button that comes with it. I will be, you know, safe from the impact zone on the front. So the right hand Circular Polarized antenna from Fat Shark. I had purchased the other ones before, but this one is very rigid, works really good. And with this is a 1/4 inch hole, drilled it in, screwed it down. The little washer and the nut and everything was provided, you know, as banking and everything, because you can see, I mean, I can move it all the way to the back, and it's out of frame, but it should work good. As for my 5.8 reception. And also I picked up these little LEDs from banggood.com. If you see my previous video, you know, they work really good. They're really bright. Ran them at 12 volts, didn't have any problems. Gonna put red on the front and blue on the back, and it ought to be pretty cool. The next thing I purchased, another one from ReadyMadeRC.com, is the ImmersionRC 5.8 200 milliwatt. It says race band edition. They give you some additional channels on the back. You know, these are the standard Fat Truck channels, and then they actually give you some more. So I have a version 4 Uno receiver, the Aviator I think it's called, goggles. So it'll work with these bands. So I'll use them. That'll be fine. So it should be a little bit lighter, but that should work okay. And just like with Banggood, I mean, these are the props I'm going to use. The HQ prop. I'm still waiting to receive my power distribution board version 2 and some props from Banggood.com. I got these from ValueHobby.com. These are the nylon screws which will fit for my flight controller. I got some nuts. I got some 6mm standoffs, and also these are 10mm screws just in case I need them. 10mm long. This was a damaged Mobius. I dented this little plate. So what the issues I'm having with this is when I try to record, it seems like it's getting hot and then it locks up and it stops recording. Well, for I think it was like $3, I've got a replacement case that should come with this heat sink. So my board seems to be working. So hopefully I'll go and install that. I don't have any cracks on my widescreen lens. So hopefully that works. And on the ZMR250, the camera fits on there really good. I'm really excited about getting this started. So as soon as the parts come in, we'll get this thing together and flying. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.